Watch me create this makeup look you see right here. So first, I'm going to start out by carving my brows. I already filled them in. First, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, Brow Freeze, which is a brow gel. And then I used a brow pencil from E.l.f. And I just create hair-like strokes to make it look as natural as possible. And then I use a concealer to really give the brows a fresh wax look. That's the whole reason why you use a concealer under your brows. So right here, I'm using Glow Recipes Niacinamide Drops, and this is going to give my skin a really beautiful glow, as you can see right there. And I love doing that under a simple makeup look. That way the skin can still look like skin. Here's a Pat McGrath cream blush, and this is in the shade Divine Rose. It is such a beautiful product. Here I'm using Terra 28's Hydrating Concealer, and I'm going to use this to brighten. So I have a tan right now, and I do not have a concealer for my tanned shade, but it's okay because once the look is done, it's all going to come together. You guys just have to trust the process. So everywhere that you see me concealing, I am going to make sure I am buffing it in with a brush, making sure there's no harsh lines. I want everything to look as seamless as possible. And really take your time doing this because you just want everything to be nice and smooth. I'm applying a hydrating mist. This is going to make sure that whatever powders I use on will melt seamlessly into the skin. Once again, I don't want any harsh lines on my face. This is Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Powder. And wherever I used a concealer is where I'm putting that loose powder. Here I'm using a powdered bronzer, and this is going to bring some color back into my skin. I always want it to look like the sun just finished kissing me, and I do have a tan already, so I don't have to do too much. Trust the process, guys. Remember, these are not my summer shades of makeup that I'm using, but I am going to make sure it comes out good. So right here, I am just contouring my nose. I'm also using a Pat McGrath powder blush, and this will set the cream blush that I used under the powders. Right here, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish all over the face, a Rare Beauty highlighter to put some glow back into the skin. Now I'm using that same bronzer product, and I'm using it on the crease of my eyes. I'm going to put a lighter shadow on the lid just to create some dimension to the eyes. And then I'm going to use this really pretty light shimmery purple on the inner, like the tear ducts of my eyes. That way I can have a pop of color, adding a dark brown liner to my lash line just to define the lash look a bit more. I'm not creating a wing or anything. I just want to define the lash look. And I'm also using that same shadow to do on the waterline. As you can see, I added some strip lashes. Now my favorite part of any makeup look, my lip combo. This is MAC's Root For Me lip liner. And as you can see, it just really gives my lips the definition that I was going for. So you can really see my shape. And then I'm going to add L'Oreal's Worth It Medium. This is 100% a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Medium. And now my favorite lip balm of all times. This is E.l.f.'s Melting Lip Balm in the shade Yummy Gummy. It is such a juicy product. I'm obsessed with it. And now I'm using NYX's, it's like a glue kind of spray for a setting spray. It's not actually glue, of course, but that is what it's called. And I hope you guys like the look. Bye.